Welcome to day 16 in the Big Brother house, also known as the High Altitude Training Centre, Iten.
Yep. Today is Wednesday, day 16, like James said, and we have done an easy run and some strides, recovering from our fantastic track session on Tuesday.
The fatigue is real today. We're going to come down from a big track session and far too much excitement.
Yeah.
Like kids on Boxing Day.
Felt like a massive sugar crash, wasn't it? Just kind of crashed afterwards. But today is just a day where we've got lots of client calls. So it's not really too much to film. It's just getting to the point now where some days are just...
It's not all fun, glory and running, is it? We are working in between as well.
Yeah, exactly. But we wanted to touch on, it's this week's podcast episode actually, but just about altitude training. And how we've been finding it, and also a lot of people have been asking or are quite shocked about actually the weather.
Yeah, I think the easiest way to sum up altitude training is you could refer to it a bit like resistance training. So if you were to run with a backpack on and then race with it off, you're going to feel lighter. That's essentially what altitude is. We're like restricting oxygen and then allowing it back in.
Yeah. So Iten is 2,400 metres
above sea level, also known as 8,000 foot.
This is the highest that we've both ever been in terms of altitude.
In a training sense, yes.
In a training sense. Yeah, that's true. I'm just trying to think. How high is Ben Nevis?
No, we're higher than Ben Nevis, but I did spend a season snowboarding in high mountains.
Yeah, so...
But no, one of the things is, as Kate just touched on, people have asked about the weather. So... yeah, we're by the equator, but as we just said, we're 2,400 metres above sea level. So anywhere else in the world not on the equator would probably be covered in a blanket of snow. So it's not that cold, but it's very, I suppose, tropical. It's very wet overnight, and it's very pleasant during the day, really, isn't it? Very green here, very rich soil. So yeah, it's a good climate.
Yeah.
And again, it's just one of the factors as to why so many people run here, because the running conditions are pretty much spot on.
Yeah, so we're staying here in August. So it's a bit chilly in the mornings and the evening. So I definitely didn't bring enough warmer stuff for dinners and also for morning runs. But one thing that's been really helpful is our running hub sleeves.
They are available at £15 a pair. Give us a shout. They'll be available in our new club shop very soon, or drop us a DM.
So they've been
a salesman.
They've been a real saviour in the mornings.
I think right here you should just pop a picture of us running this morning in the sleeves. Just
okay.
With a link to sale.
Add an extra work. Thanks for that. But yeah, going back to the altitude, for me, just coming here was more about the experience, the training camp side of things, and just learning about the Kenyan way. But obviously there's that benefit of altitude training as well. So the whole idea...
yeah, we wanted to come here just to experience what the top athletes experience.
Yeah, so they say that it takes anywhere between 5 to 10 days to kind of really adapt and adjust how...
Yeah, I think I took the 5 days and you took the 10.
Yeah, that is
pretty
much correct. We arrived on the Monday. By Friday, James had done a steady session, and then I didn't do my first workout until that's very Kenyan. There's so many people here that will international for me, workout. Everyone here calls it a workout. We normally call it a session.
And you keep talking in kilometres as well.
Yeah, just changing my... Then I revert back to miles. But yeah, I didn't do my first track workout session until the Tuesday. So that was sort of 9 days into our stay. So I definitely could feel the difference with the altitude, and one of the main things was definitely more so on the hills, because
because that's when your body is reaching for the oxygen and it's not there. It's like trying to climb out of a hole. It's sandy.
So for the first week we just did lots of easy runs, just kind of not focusing on pace and just trying to work to effort. Some of the runs I probably could have gone easier, but then in some respects you're I feel like I'm not even moving at all. But so just kept things easy. I've been using the gym because it's got a facility here which is really good. So I've been using the gym to build my aerobic volume as well, which has really helped. And then in the last kind of I'd say 5 days or so, we've been here 16. So yeah, finding the swing and the way of things and finding a rhythm and groove with training. So it's going well so far.
Absolutely.
So yeah, how would you sum up your training so far in camp?
Yeah, so we're very aware of the altitude and the effects it will have, but being aware and understanding it when you're training is a different thing. So that's quite interesting. Listening to your body, looking at the watch, and what we are led to believe or what we're used to marrying up doesn't necessarily marry up. We're using the altitude calculator to look at things. I believe I'm running pretty well and I'm pretty fit and healthy now, but it's just about seeing what happens. You know, that this experiment, if you want, the results come when we go back home and we race when we get back. That'd be the interesting thing. I mean, there's always those little doubts. We think, am I running as well, or is the altitude version not really work for me? That's just the pessimistic part of training, isn't it? I guess. But yeah, I feel strong. I feel good. As I said, like you've certainly noticed in the first week, like going up hills, or we were doing strides on the track in the first few days, and you just notice your heart rate elevating quite a lot quicker, but your max heart rate isn't as high up here, which I'm assuming that's just essentially your body's safety valve because it doesn't want to go up so high because it can't get the oxygen in to produce that. You know, but I feel it's a great time for us in our training block. We've deliberately done a long block for Berlin, but this is timed really well to really sort of finish off that aerobic strengthening, and we can come back down to earth, capitalise on all our
sea level.
No, metaphorically, we can come back down to earth and capitalise on all our gains from our resistance training and our extra red blood cells, and just really induce that peak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've just thoroughly enjoyed the way of training and living here, in the sense that, like, you get up, run, you go and have your breakfast, then it's like, for us, we've just been working in the day, having lunch, doing our second training session, having dinner, and having our early night.
Yeah,
so
we're,
for that,
we're learning quite a lot, but unfortunately the answer to a lot of we're learning is not anything we didn't know to an extent.
no.
But I'm sure we'll talk about this another time, like, you know, what is the Kenyan secret? But ultimately the Kenyan secret is wait till the next video.
But yeah, so yeah, altitude training, obviously we're not sure how it's going to affect us.
I have
coming
faith that there's a
back
reason why elite teams and professionals regularly do altitude training.
So they say, like, the kind of like optimal time is like 3 to 5-ish weeks. So we are here for literally like a month. So we're kind of in the right zone, which is good. And yeah, we'll just kind of see how we respond after it. But like I said, if anything, for me, it's a lot about just learning. And as James said, it's like we're talking to other people that are staying here, we're learning from their perspective, but actually
watching and evolving as well.
There is no secrets. It's like,
whoa, don't give away the answers, just the next video.
Yeah, I know, but you know, consistency, hard work, putting in the effort, and keep showing up. That's the main thing.
Patience as well.
There's lots of it, but there we go. So that's our take on altitude training, how we're getting on. Training's going well. So yeah, keep following along on our daily journey, and see you in the next video.